everyone, it's Lindsay from Domer Home and welcome to my channel. If you guys are new, I love to make videos on extreme budgets that inspire you to make your home beautiful and functional. And this year I am making my way through my brand new, well, new to me, mobile home, one room at a time. Right now I'm standing in my master bedroom, and as you can see behind me, it looks different than it did in my home tour, which I will link above if you missed it, but it looks different and I'm currently working on my bedroom makeover, so stay tuned for that. So today's video and Saturday's video are going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to be giving away a lot of my budget decorating tips. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 10 tips for kid-friendly decorating. And then Saturday's video is going to be 10 more tips on how to decorate on a tight budget. I know that it can be a challenge to decorate with kids. They are messy and they have a ton of brightly colored toys that don't necessarily fit in with your home decor. However, I firmly believe that just because you have kids, or in my case, a kid, it doesn't mean your house has to be in constant visual disorder. You can have a beautiful home that functions for you and your family. So today's video is a collaboration with my good friend Erin Williams, and I will link her channel down below. She does a ton of Dollar Tree farmhouse inspired DIY, so if that is right up your alley, go check her videos out. Erin is also a fellow working mom with a YouTube channel on the side, so she and I can relate a lot on how exhausting this is, but we love it and we love doing it. So we hope that you guys enjoy these 10 tips today. So make sure to go on over and check out Erin's video for 10 additional tips. So really, you guys are getting 20 tips today. So let's dive in to the 10 tips. So my first tip is to get slip covers. If slip covers are not an option, you can get Scotchgard to protect your furniture. Several years ago, back in my pet ownership days, I invested in a steam cleaner, and let me tell you, that was one of the best investments that I have ever purchased. And of course, I got my steam cleaner used, so it didn't cost me as much as it would have if I had bought it brand new, but really it cleans up any pets and any kid-related spills on furniture and on rugs. So it really is a great tool to just have in your home. I also get all of my furniture, or most of my furniture, secondhand. I always make sure to carefully inspect it before I buy it, but since I buy it secondhand, it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't stress me out too much if something gets spilled on it. I know it didn't cost me a lot of money. I'm not losing a lot of money if it gets destroyed. And just because I get my furniture secondhand doesn't mean my furniture doesn't have to be nice. I love my couch. My couch is a Pottery Barn couch. I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for less than $400, which is insane. And of course, I'll be going into those budget-friendly tips in my next video on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. So my second tip is to get furniture that serves more than one purpose. In my home, I have a wooden children's table with 2 chairs. It was actually a really, really bright and colorful table with the mermaid Ariel on it, and I gave it a complete makeover with some chalk paint. So not only does that little table serve my daughter Sayla's needs, she can sit there and eat, she can sit there and play, but it also serves as my coffee table. So the third tip is to get all the storage bins and all the baskets. Try to put everything into containers so that you don't see it. Plus, bins and baskets are great for kids of all ages. Anyone can just throw stuff into a bin, you insert it on a shelf, and it immediately looks nice and tidy. Sometimes bins and baskets can run you quite a bit of money. They could be a little bit pricey, but stay tuned for Saturday's video because I will go more into detail on how you can get bins and baskets on the cheap. But chances are, if you have kids, especially younger kids, you have some of those diaper boxes. Those are very heavy-duty boxes. Do not throw them away or recycle them. Hold on to them. You can repurpose them for storage. Tip number 4 is to use hooks. Hooks somehow make it so much easier for kids and grown-ups alike to pick up after themselves. I made hooks for the entryway in our previous house using old doorknobs, and they looked really vintage and they were a fun conversation piece. Tip number 5 is to distress all of your furniture. So this goes along with what is in trend right now with the farmhouse, the whole farmhouse thing, but a lot of the furniture that I have received is secondhand, and either I get it for free or I get it really cheap online. So whenever possible, I try to refinish my furniture in a distressed finish, one, because I am lazy, And I have a video on how to refinish furniture the lazy way, which I will link below if you're interested in checking out that method. And 2, distressing hides all of the imperfections that happen over time to your furniture. And the more imperfections, the more hard play, the more living you actually do on your furniture, the more character it adds to your pieces. Tip number 6 is to designate certain areas as just adult decor areas, kind of like decor hot zones in your house. So in my home, these hot spots include my mantle and my hutch, but think of areas in your home that are harder to reach, harder to access for kids. My 7th tip is to use unified photo displays. So I'm completely biased, but I love my kid. I know all of us moms love our kids and we think that they're the cutest little things ever in the whole entire world and no one else's kid can measure up. Or maybe I'm just like really selfish. But we all have tons of colorful snapshots of our kids and of our family and friends. So one way to create visual cohesion in our homes, because we want to display these memories, we want our homes to reflect who lives there, is to print your photos in all black and white or all in sepia tones. And this just makes it look very seamless around your house. It gives your home instant sophistication. If it's not in the budget to reprint all of your photos in black and white, you can make your way through your home and refinish all of your picture frames so that they are in one cohesive color scheme as well. Tip number 8 is to use thrifted or secondhand decor. So I often use thrifted or secondhand decor all over my house, but especially in areas that are down low to the ground, closer to where my daughter is. So if anything breaks, she bumps into it, she's playing with it, I'm not offended, I'm not hurt, it's not a huge financial loss. Tip number 9 is to get your kids involved. And I know for a lot of adults and moms, that's a really scary thing. You don't want your kids to help you decorate. It can be very scary. But when kids have ownership of something, they've taken a part in it, they've helped to make decisions, it makes them more respectful and proud of the outcome, and they want to take care of it. And I know this not only as a mom, but as a teacher as well. And I do understand that I'm pretty blessed to have a daughter that actually likes to help me decorate, and not everyone's kids are like that, but really it does work for all kids. All kids love to have ownership of something. I see it in the 200 kids, and they're high schoolers, that I teach every day. At the end of the day, it's not just your house, just like this is not just my house, it's my house and Selah's house. And I want her to feel like this is her home too, and I want her to feel like she's had a hand, she's had a part in creating the space that we live in. So my very last tip is to give curated choices to your children. Have you ever asked your child, what color do you want your room to be? And they said, hot pink. Okay, well that's not happening. Hot pink is not happening. So giving kids choices is a wonderful thing. However, it works better if you give them curated choices. Go through and make your decisions and kind of give them a multiple choice. Honestly, kids really thrive when you give them curated choices. When you give kids no boundaries, it often stunts their creativity. So by giving them curated choices, it actually helps kids to make stable decisions. So those are my 10 tips for decorating in a kid-friendly manner in your home and getting the kids involved as well. So if you guys have kids, I hope that this was informative for you, gave you some new ideas. And if you don't have kids, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. So 2 reminders, make sure you go check out Erin's channel for 10 more kid-friendly decorating tips and some really adorable farmhouse Dollar Tree DIYs. And my second reminder is to stay tuned for Saturday, where I'm going to be giving you guys 10 more tips on how to decorate your home on a tight budget. So I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye.